Alright, boys. Alright, boys and girl. I'm just gonna make this quick and easy. Actually, it's not gonna be quick. I don't know how long this is gonna be, but I'm just gonna speak my mind. Unfortunately, these videos don't do good, and these are the videos I really want to make. But like I feel like there's no point to making them if they're just gonna get 10 views. Like I know we shouldn't focus on the numbers or whatever, but like it'd be nice if we got 100 views. Like if it was 100, sure that's not a lot of views, but like it's something. All right, so that's why I don't upload a lot, cause the videos that get views I don't really feel like making that honestly, and the videos I want to make don't get any views. So I don't know. Anyways, I don't know why I went on a rant. The point is, that's why I've been inconsistent or whatever. And I would really appreciate it if you can just comment down below your thoughts and like the video to help me get at least 100 views. If you like the video. Anyways, so let's get started. Anyways, video title is probably something like how I turned my life in like 30 days, which is not clickbait. I literally just did it. This is January 1st. I started December 3rd on this journey, quote unquote. And I'm just gonna share my experience with you guys because I feel like this was like I can't even believe like I did that. You know what I mean? So I might as well share with you guys, help some of you guys out. Anyway, so a little bit background about me. I've never been consistent in anything. Okay, sure I do these videos. I'm not even consistent in these videos, and even in business, I do have a strength of being persistent, which is like you continue even after failures, but I'm not consistent. And most of like just like most of you guys, you probably there's some days where you just work like hell, like you procrastinate all like month long, and then at the end when you have to do the essay, you do it for 8 hours, and that's basically the thing that's keeping me going in business. Like I would find a Shopify product, then like work 8 hours, freaking 4 hours, whatever it is a day, and like without any like problem, I would just do it. And then but when as soon as my product was died down or like I had to close the store, sell it, whatever, I would not work for like 1 or 2 months because I didn't want to do product research or whatever. So I got really tired of that, so that's why I never got consistent with the business. I never got a routine to just work a certain amount of hours every day. So yeah, even like for the past 2 years I wasn't able to do it until December, which is crazy to think about. And that mainly came from me going to the gym. So, like I said, I haven't been consistent with anything, right? Let's put it back to December 3rd. I'm not consistent with shit. Okay, I don't even do my homework every day or whatever. So, but somehow I was always able to go to the gym 7 times a week. 7 times. I know you're not even supposed to go 7 times a week, but and I didn't even want to go 7 times a week because I know it's not good for my growth, like my muscle growth. But for whatever reason, my body would always take me to the gym every day without even me thinking or like having any motivation. I would just go, and like the days I like my rest days, which in the days I shouldn't be going, I would just feel this urge to just go, and then eventually that would take over me and go. So the point I'm trying to make here is that firstly, though my journey to being consistent with productivity and everything, I realized that there are two of you. Okay, one is your conscious brain, the other one is subconscious. Okay, your conscious brain, all it wants to do is like reach for the goals, the things you really want to do, the things that make you you, the things that make me Saad. Okay, what does Saad want to do? He wants to work every day. He wants to be dieting, whatever, just like gaining weight, whatever it is, right? I have goals. I want to reach those. I want to get a car, BMW, whatever it is. So that's me, right? That's what I want to do. What? Why don't I want to work consistently, for example, right? Why don't I end up doing it? Because the other part of you, the bigger, like the person that's controlling you most of the time, your subconscious brain, your animal brain, that is pretty much the real shit, okay? That's the person you really wanna somehow convince, like, and your subconscious brain does not give a shit about anything other than just, I'm not a psychologist, by the way, this is how I think, alright? So your subconscious brain doesn't give a shit about anything, it just wants dopamine, and it doesn't want to do shit, it just wants to destroy you, self-sabotage. You can be depressed the whole day, do nothing, and for whatever reason, your subconscious brain will just like it won't tell you, you know what, you should be working or whatever. It just keeps you there for some reason. Okay, so understanding that there are two of you. Okay, one that is like the whole thing, that the one part of you is you, the other one is not you. You don't have control over it, like in a sense, but you can. But and that's the part you really want to master and like I don't know, like negotiate with. Okay, so let's just say there are two people inside you. So you really want to negotiate with your animal brain and somehow get that brain to work for you instead of against you, okay? Just like how my animal brain is working for me to go to the gym, even though there's been days where I shouldn't be going and somehow it's still taking me. And I know for most people it's really hard to go to the gym, which I don't know why. But I know why, but in a sense it's like, yo, I'm not anything special. If I can do it, anyone can do it. So, how do you negotiate with your animal brain? That's what we're gonna be talking about. Anyway, that's what we're gonna be talking about. Sorry, I'm not gonna cut this video because I just want to upload it. So, the first, once I realized that, again, it's December 3rd, right? I'm not doing shit except for going to the gym every day. So, once I realized that, I'm like, alright, so there's gotta be a way for me to negotiate with my animal brain to get him to be on board with my idea of working every day or like doing whatever, meditating every day, and anything, cleaning my room, making sure my room stays clean and everything like that. So how do I do that? So I learned, first of all, for work, like let's say most of you, I know you want to work every day, you need to make sure you do it in a way where you get dopamine. Okay, so for me, the way I got dopamine, let me show you guys. uh By the way, yeah, these things you probably heard, but you probably never acted on them because just like me, like it's just a theory, sounds good and sounds achievable, but for whatever reason we don't end up doing it. So this is, I guess, the first case study to think like a case study to like, yo, this shit actually works. So, anyways, so let's go to my dashboard, and then we're gonna put this month, last month, sorry. Alright, so these are my work hours, okay? So, the first thing you notice, nothing crazy. I've only worked 15 hours in the past 1 month. And, like, I know the weekly thing is 40 hours. But I'm gonna get in more into that on why it doesn't really matter. But, anyway, so, how do you make sure you get consistent with working? So, you probably worked 2 to 4 hours in one day. You probably worked 8 hours and you don't know how. Okay, that's just that one day. Okay, and then you just stop doing it. That's because, like, in the moment, let's say you do get started, you feel really good and you just keep on going because we all know if you once you get started, the main thing is the problem is just getting started with it, and then it doesn't really like it's not really hard to continue like working long hours or whatever. But the problem is just getting started and staying consistent with it. So the way I decided to do things was I set up minimums, okay, and I got this from like one of the gurus on Instagram, whatever. He said he set a minimum of doing 2 minutes of meditation every day, and it changed his life. So and for him, 2 minutes was less, so that's why. Otherwise, he would have never done it. So, anyways, without rambling on, I decided that I'm only gonna work the first day only 15 minutes. So that's what I did. Can you see this? 17 minutes, but it was supposed to be 15. So now, I understand. Like once I was working that day, after 15 minutes, I felt like I can go for 2 hours, 3 hours. Like I was really happy because, as you can see, the previous days I haven't really worked. So now all of a sudden I'm working, I'm feeling productive, I'm getting shit done, and I'm like, yo, I just want to go more. Like I want to do at least an hour. I can easily go an hour. But you have to realize there are two of you. Right now, at this moment, yeah, your conscious brain is taking over, you're enjoying your work, you're feeling productive, everything you want to do. But you gotta realize there's an animal brain in the back, and that brain is getting bored. Okay, for the first 15 minutes, it's having fun and everything, but slowly it's gonna get started. Slowly it's gonna start to get bored. Okay, and then the next day, sure, this day you might be able to work 2 hours, but the next day animal brain's gonna take over and be like, yo, that's 2 hours. Like, oh my god, I can't do it right now. So we're gonna do it later, whatever, and then you just stop doing it. That's why you're not able to do it. So understanding that, I realized, yo, listen, I know I want to do this work for 1 hour, but I'm only gonna do 15 minutes because that's what I told myself, and that's what I like. I don't know. That's just what I feel like is a good negotiation with my animal brain. So again, they're two people, so you're negotiating with it. So yeah. Anyways, that day I worked 15 minutes. Then the next day, you can see I upped the ante and I worked 20 minutes. Okay, and the thinking of that was, again, I still the minimum I have to work is 15 minutes. Anything above that is just bonus. But at the same time, 20 minutes is the limit. All right, I just upped it up by 5 minutes, and then 20 minutes was the limit. I will not go over 20 minutes, and the minimum is 15, which is pretty easy for me to do. So I was easily able to come back the next day and work. Then the third day, as you can see, this is not a skip day. This is a rest day. So again, we just want to negotiate with our brain. I understand, like, freaking what is it, 15 plus 20, 35 minutes is not a lot of work, but we're building the consistency. Don't worry about how much time you're putting in. It doesn't matter right now. You're just building the consistency, and then you can see over here, like, you build it up over time. Okay, don't nothing's gonna happen in 1 month if you just work 15 minutes. You're not behind on anything. In the larger scale of things, the only thing that matters is the consistency. It doesn't matter that one day you just worked 15 minutes. Yeah, that's the point I'm trying to get across. That consistency over hours. Okay, we're just trying to build the first 30 days. All you want to focus on is just building consistency and just getting it done. It doesn't matter how long you actually work on it. So anyways, so the third day is a rest day. Okay, so I did 2 days in, 1 day off. 2 days in, 1 day off. Why? Because, like you can see, I wasn't working before that, right? So all of a sudden, it's too much for my animal brain to handle. To, like, all of a sudden start working every day. It's like, bro, when are we gonna get a break? When are we gonna have? When are we gonna hop on Netflix or something like that? Even though we do hop on Netflix, because like 15 minutes is nothing. But for it needs a designated time or like free day or whatever. So I understood that, and I'm like, you know what? All right, bro, animal brain, I'll give you a day off after 2 days. Okay. So my feelings over here, I felt really good on that day because I worked 15 minutes, and there's other stuff too that I've been doing in the background to like feel good and shit, which I'm gonna get into later. But anyways, this is just for productivity. I might make another video. Yeah, I'm just gonna make another video on the whole experience, but for now, I'm just talking about productivity and being consistent with doing the work. Anyway, so yeah, this day I really wanted to work, but I realized, yo, again, I have negotiated with my animal brain, so I'm just gonna give it a day off. Even though this is nothing, and I felt like working a lot more this day. But again, you gotta realize you gotta use that motivation to like continue later on. So, yeah, so I took that day off, right? Next day I came back. Again, I upped it up by 5 minutes. The minimum was still 15. If I just do 15 minutes of work, it's fine. It doesn't matter. But the maximum is 25. And obviously, like I said, it's really easy for me to work once I'm into it. So that's why I was able to do 25 minutes here. And again, the next day up by 5 minutes, 30 minutes. And then I took a break here. So this thing about taking rest, I feel like these rests were the most crucial part, and you'll see there's a big gap in between which I'll get into. But anyways, these rests are crucial, okay? Because again, the whole thing is just giving yourself enough dopamine for your animal brain to help you stay on the path, not derive you from anything. I know that I only have 2 or 15 minutes, so my animal brain is okay with that. I'm okay with that, and we're able to do it, and we're able to do more of it because like once we get into it, we're good. So, and the fact that we have days off, if we didn't have days off, who knows if I'd be doing it or not? Because I might get worked up in like 7 days. I wouldn't get worked up, but my animal brain would be like, yo, screw this shit. We've been working 7 days a week, and there's literally no break. And like, even in the future, like, what's gonna happen? Are we just gonna keep on continuing this with no breaks? So yeah, again, the two people, you gotta take a break. So again, over here, I worked day off. This day I worked 46 minutes, even though I was only supposed to work 35 minutes. And I don't recommend doing this. You should just up it up by 5 minutes. but I think I was just doing something really important, like building the website or something. It was just really easy for me. I think it was administrative work more than like my creativity side. So I was able to just uh like without I didn't even realize that I've been working for 46 minutes. So yeah. Anyways, the next day again we do 45 minutes. Probably working on my Shopify site. Then you see there's a big gap in between. Now I feel like this big gap was a blessing in disguise, but at the time I didn't realize it. But these days, this Monday all day I was gone because I had a university exam. Then the next day I had a university exam, and I was back at 12. But I was just so like I don't even know. I was just so drained from these exams. Like they gave me so much anxiety, even though I don't care about uni that much. My main focus is business, but still, like for whatever reason, I got a lot of anxiety from this, and I don't know. I just couldn't do it. And then the next day, this is Wednesday. I didn't work either. Now I don't remember why I didn't work Wednesday, but I remember Wednesday and Thursday I was getting really sad about why I'm not working. But again, I realized, yo, wait a minute. It might be because the previous time I worked it was 45 minutes. So my brain is thinking, yo, I have to work 50 minutes just to like compete with the previous hours, right? So I'm like, if I only work 15 minutes, it's not really gonna give me any dopamine because like 15 minutes is nothing. Again, I'm falling back into my regular thinking pattern and forgetting about the bigger picture, which is just to stay consistent. So then I caught myself, luckily, and I'm like, yo, listen, it doesn't matter how many hours you put. Okay, if you don't feel like working, just do 10 minutes, just do 15 minutes. It doesn't matter as long as you just hop on your computer and just work for a little bit. It's fine. We're just building our consistency. Time doesn't matter. So if you don't feel like working today, it's fine. 10 minutes, you can easily do it, or 15 minutes. But as you'll see, we end up just doing 10 minutes that day. And that day, I think I had to go to pick up my brother or something, so that's why I wasn't able to do 15 minutes. And I was thinking I'm gonna come back, but I'm like, you know what, whatever. That day, 10 minutes is fine. The next day, again, as you see, right away, once I did that 10 minutes, I felt happy again. I'm like, yo, okay, I'm back on track. Let's get it done. So, this day I was on. Why is this music playing so loudly, bro? Okay. So the next day I was only supposed to work 25 minutes because like I didn't want to go back up by 5 minutes. I was like I can do 10 minutes more. So like one day if I'm working 50 minutes, the next day I can do 25. But this day I don't know, I just did 30 minutes cuz I was into it and everything. Again, a day off even though I didn't want to take it, it's necessary. Your animal brain needs it. Otherwise you can see over here, that's what happens, bro. So, then again, I upped it up by 10 minutes. I did 40 minutes. Then I did 1 hour. 1 hour. I was just getting into the work. I don't remember the exact day. Then another day off. And this day, I only worked 43 minutes. And an hour and 30. Okay, now I skipped the rule because like it's crunch time. Okay, this when you launch a Shopify store, you guys know like what like do you have a free day trial, so I'm trying to squeeze in get money before the trial ends, so like I cut my losses, whatever. So anyways, I was just really into the work, and as you can see, for the past 5 days I haven't taken a single day off. Now, this might look cool, whatever. Oh, guys, look at me. I've been working 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hour, 40 minutes, blah, 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 2 hours, without taking a day off. But I'm kind of nervous, okay? Because, like I said, my animal brain can act up any second. I might get burnt out. And I should be taking days off, okay? These are non negotiable. You should be taking day off. Unfortunately, right now I just can't. All right, I can't because I need to. The free trial is running out, and I need to launch the ads, which I did today. I need to make sure I get it, like I get those over with. But for most of you, if you're not on a crunch time or something like a deadline, you should be taking days off. And in order to compensate for me working 5 days, I'm gonna take 2 days off. Okay, so like I don't know when, but we'll see. Probably tomorrow, because now that I've launched the ads, I really don't have to do anything. But again, rest is super important. Because, like, even though at this time I feel really good, feel really productive, bro, because I've been working 5 days straight, no breaks, no nothing, hashtag hustle, it's not good. Because you gotta realize there's an animal brain that is getting tired of this, right? It's like, bro, when are we gonna just do nothing, when are we gonna have a dopamine or whatever? Even though we're having fun and whatever, we're focusing, you're able to work 3 hours and whatever, but subconsciously you gotta realize there's another brain of you who just doesn't want to do anything and just wants rest, joy, fun, whatever. So yeah, anyways, we're gonna take 2 days off. But anyways, as you can see, that's how I got myself to out of the rut, out of like this is the first time I worked all month long consistently. Okay, otherwise, usually you would see this like 5 days, 3 4 hours, and then like the whole other month you'll just see nothing. So, but luckily I know that any day, like let's say I do like get burnt out, whatever, I gotta realize, yo, listen, the minimum I have to work is just 15 minutes, okay? And remember the minimums. So when you don't feel like working, you can just say, yo, listen, the minimum I have to work is 15 minutes. Anything over that is just plus. So anything over, even now, it's just 15 minutes, and anything over that is just a plus, right? And the main thing we're doing here, you gotta remember, the objective is building consistency. We don't care about results right now. We don't care how much we're getting done. It's just about consistency and building it over time. It takes you 21 days to build a habit. Okay, so luckily it's been 21 days, and 90 days to build a lifestyle. So I'm gonna get to 3 month point before I start like changing up my routine. Maybe then I wouldn't. Then I would only take 1 day off or something. And I got that from the gym, because at the gym, like I said, I've been working 7 days a week, and I realized that a lot of people don't. Like my brother, my oldest brother, he's not really consistent with it. He's been trying to go to the gym for 10 years, and he's always inconsistent with it. And I realized that's because once he starts going, he feels all motivated. I finally joined the gym. He just joined it like 2 months ago. He's like, I finally joined the gym. Time, like, I want to work out every day. Fix my diet and everything. And he just overloads himself. And most people do that. They overload themselves without even realizing, and then they just get burnt out real fast. Even in dieting, yeah. For like my dieting, I've been going to gym, like I said, 7 days, but I'm still scrawny. Why? Because I haven't been focusing on diet. Why not? Because what do you call it? Every time I try to focus on it, I put too much pressure on myself. Like I go from eating 1,500, 1,600 calories to 3,000, and that's not sustainable. The sustainable way, which is I'm doing now, is slowly upping it up. So maybe just eat more, a little bit more than you normally eat. Then you would add a protein shake or something like that. Just like my thing for now is just drinking a 1,000 calorie protein shake, which is not that hard for me to do. But for you, it might be. So you can just do 500 calorie protein shake, or just up the portions of your food, anything. So the point I'm trying to make is you really gotta go really, really slow in order to be consistent long term. Okay, so because the main problem is we stay inconsistent, we don't work, and then we'll get a boost of motivation, and then we'll work crazy hours, but then we'll get burnt out real fast. Okay, so we gotta learn how to change that, and the only way to be consistent is starting off real slow. And I know you hear him all the time, well, have small goals and then reach up to your big or whatever. Start small, and but this is real proof on how it works. So again, like I said, I was the way I was talking to Jim. Luckily, I was on a program, and that program said work out every other day. Okay, which I was super pissed about, because obviously, I'm all motivated and shit, bro. I want to go every day. But that program forced me just go every other day, and that helped me to like get those breaks, help my animal brain to get adjusted with this new routine. All of a sudden we're putting so much pressure, so our animal brain was pretty happy to get like a day off every other day. And that also helped with motivations, because like you guys know, the first 7 days you have a lot of motivation. So we're able to evenly split it. So the first day we have a lot of motivation, the second day we're not able to work, so that motivation doesn't go. It just gets even bigger because we're like, all right, I can't wait to go and work tomorrow. And then boom, it just stays. It's consistent. So hopefully I got my plan. Hopefully I got my idea across. This video is really long. I just wanted to go on a rant. The main point I'm trying to make is start off small, have minimums. Have minimums. I'm gonna go another video. This is not the only thing that helped me stay consistent and change my life from, like, I've been trying to do this for the past 2 years, guys. Alright, I know I'm not anything special. So even right now, like, in term, like, if you compare to other people, they work 8 hours a day, like Alex Becker and everything. But you gotta realize they probably started off small too. Like, for example, right now, me at the gym, I go 3 hours a day, right? And for most people who haven't gone to the gym, they'll be like, you're crazy, 7 days a week, 3 hours, that's crazy, like, how do you do it, blah blah blah, you're so special, whatever. But I'm not. I just started off small. I only went to the gym for 1 hour, or like, you can just go 30 minutes, it's just up to you. And then I only went every other day, which helped me build the consistency. And once you have the consistency, once your animal brain adjusts to it, your animal brain takes over. He's like, all right, bro, I got this. You don't have to worry about it. You can worry about anything else. Now I don't care. Now I don't have to worry about going to the gym because my animal brain takes care of it for me, right? I don't need any motivation. I don't need to, like, I don't know, do any tricks or give myself some dopamine, whatever. Because I was able to do it at the start, just building consistency until my animal brain took over, and then it just gets easy. Okay, so like I said, start off small, give yourself rest, have minimum. So like 15 minutes, I feel like is a really good time, and do not go over your minimum. Like, start off small, just add 5 minutes, even though I'm telling you, you're gonna feel like working more. Don't do it, okay? Because you gotta realize the bigger picture. We're just trying to build out the consistency. So once they're 21 days, I guess you can, like, uh, break your routine a little bit, but even then, I wouldn't recommend it until 90 days, okay? Because 90 days is where you really, things, like, where it really gets into a machine and your animal brain really takes over. So, 21 days, I feel like it's a half and half. Your animal brain has adjusted to it, but you still gotta put in some effort. But I really hope I got my plan across. I mean, my point across. Please leave a comment down below. I really like people discussing this type of shit with me. And if you have constructive criticism, go ahead. Or if you wanna leave a like, please go ahead. Just some views, just so I can continue doing this. And anything else? Yeah. And by the way, this is not the only thing that helped me. So like I said, I'm gonna make another video on how I don't know how I was able to stay consistent and like make December my best month, even though my environment was complete shit. Yeah, I forgot to mention that, but we're just gonna mention it in the other video where my environment was the worst. Everything was so bad. There should be no reason, in a sense, that I should be doing this, considering what's been going on wrong. But yeah, I'll just get into that in the other video. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed it. Peace out.